No, 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 I'm not gonna cry.
Some areas are
worse than others,
yes.
Clearly. Alright, so right now, so we just did my toes, and now we're doing my legs, and this is a very weird stinging pain, but it's not, it's very bearable. We do have it at a relatively high setting. Would you say it's pretty high, or?
It's pretty high.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And every time you go, might go a little bit higher, and it shouldn't feel more uncomfortable than what you are at right now.
Okay. But it's going by really quickly. Not bad. It's really not bad at all.
You will always smell hair burning because of the hair within the follicles.
Okay. That's so funny. I'm like involuntarily like jumping. I'm sorry.
You're fine. That's just your body's mechanics.
Yeah.
Doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, the pain is this is pretty bearable. I mean, yeah. I've had tattoos. Tattoos are definitely like I'd probably say about 5 levels more painful. So this isn't bad at all, and I think it's ultimately just gonna be really worth it, so yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, finally, I'm gonna be talking about my laser hair removal journey. So as you saw in the last video, I completed all 8 of my sessions, so finally I can tell you all about it. So just to give like a little backstory as far as like my hairiness goes, I feel like I'm a little bit higher on the scale of hairiness than like what you would consider hairy for an average woman. I am probably hairier than most men I have met, if that gives you an idea of just how hairy I am. So I come from a West Indian family, so my mother and my father are Jamaican, and their families are Jamaican, so they came together and we are a big Jamaican family. On my dad's side though, he has a lot of black, white, and Indian, and the Indian is very, very dominant on his side. So as a result of that, me and my brother are just extremely hairy. Needless to say, I have struggled with being hairy all of my life. Literally where hair can grow, it does grow on me. From my literal head to my toes, I have hair. So getting laser hair removal is something that I always wanted to do since I discovered it, which was at like around 18. I started like looking into it and like the different costs and things like that. So speaking of cost, I'm just gonna jump right to the price. And for the 8-session package of full body laser hair removal, it was $2,100. And there was like a special going on, so I ended up paying like $1,800, which is a straight up steal for full body laser hair removal. Like I couldn't even believe it. And I'll go ahead and tell you guys right now, like I know that there's places like Laser Away is very like popular on the West Coast. Over in, you know, Georgia, like in my area, I guess the Southeast, Ideal Image is the equivalent of Laser Away. And those are like, you know, the fancy corporate laser hair removal like facilities. But honestly guys, I would highly recommend you look into like med spas, clinics, even there's gynecological offices that offer laser hair removal services. So you don't have to go to a place like that to get laser hair removal done. And I'm so glad that I went with like the med spa route, because I actually did get a quote from Ideal Image. If I am not mistaken, they quoted me for full body laser hair removal $33,000. And it wasn't even a true full body laser hair removal, like at all. So I mean, if you can afford to go to a place like Laser Away or Ideal Image or any other like fancy office to get laser hair removal done, then, you know, hey, by all means go do that. You know, you're paying for like a luxury experience over anything. But like at med spas, it's really just you go in, you get your treatment, you get out. Like, and if that's cool with you, I would highly, highly recommend just going the med spa or clinic route for laser hair removal. I won't mention like the actual spa that I went to in this video, but you can DM me on Instagram. I always have all that information down in the description box. It's just zoerudd on Instagram, but if you want to know where I actually went, I will happily give you all of the information you need. So just to get into what I actually got done, I had to write it down because I did not want to forget anything because it's a lot. So just starting like literally from the top down, I got the lower half of my face done. So like this area here, under my chin, my neck. I got my chest done. There were just like a few like little hairs that were barely noticeable anyway. I did get my areolas done. I didn't even know if that was like an area that you could get done. I got that lasered, so I got my underarms done, my abdomen, which is, you know, the happy trail area, my lower back, my full arms, and that includes like hands and knuckles as well. I did have hair there, yes. Embarrassing. So I did get my full bikini done, and if you are familiar with like Brazilian waxes, it's like they take everything, and it's the same idea with laser, so they do everything. I did do my butt, and I did full legs, front and back, so thighs, shin, calves, knees, all of that. And last but not least, I did my toes. I had little hairs on my toes too. So when I said I am hairy from head to toe, I meant it. I was literally covered just in hair. So now moving into the pain. I'm someone with a relatively high pain threshold, tolerance, whatever you want to call it. I do have tattoos. I've had electrolysis done on my face, which if you're not familiar with that, that's when they go in and actually zap each and every hair follicle. If you have any questions on that, I can do maybe like a mini video on that if you want. These are all things that, you know, are not the most comfortable. And this falls into this category. Like it's not pleasant. It's not like the most comfortable thing, but it's very bearable. Like you will be okay. I know some people have described the sensation of laser hair removal as rubber bands like popping on the skin. I don't agree with that at all. Like that's not a good comparison, at least not to me. I think best way I know how to describe the pain is like quick pricks. Like it feels like hot pricks just hitting you over and over again. But the pain doesn't linger at all. Like it's like quick. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Like it's fine. It's more annoying than anything, but it's really bearable. Like you will 100% be fine. If you really want this, that's just not even something to worry about at all. Now, of course, like some areas are more sensitive than others. Pretty much any area that's bony, you may feel like a little bit more pain, but even that is just, it's totally fine. I think if you've looked into laser hair removal, you know that the bikini area is probably the worst. It is, you know, it's just a very sensitive area, specifically like, you know, the lips. That is just such a sensitive area. So anytime that I was getting, you know, my bikini done, the lady who did my laser hair removal, she would numb the area completely with ice, which I was so grateful for. That makes all the difference because, I mean, you virtually don't feel any pain when it's numbed with ice. I know depending on where you go, sometimes there's like cold air blowing out of the machine where they're, you know, using the laser. So as the laser is like passing over your skin, there's cold air blowing, which really helps with the pain. Her machine did not have that at all. So we just relied on ice to just numb certain areas that were a little bit more sensitive than others. And the bikini was that area for me. Also, like right underneath the butt was a very sensitive area as well. That had to be numbed for me. The upper lip is kind of rough too. Like that needed to be numbed. Everything else was fine. Like I can't think of any other area that was like super sensitive. I thought that the areolas would be very sensitive, but they weren't at all. Like that was totally fine. My underarms were fine. Everything else was cool. Long story short, the pain is very bearable. You'll be okay. I know a question that I see all the time is laser hair removal safe? And both physically and if it's safe for people of color. The answer is yes. There are lasers designed for us, and that is the YAG laser, which was used on me. And also, like, physically, is it safe? Yes, it's 100% safe. Like, I would not do this at all. Like, I'm paranoid about things like this. So I did some extensive research, and this is 100% safe. So you don't have to worry about, you know, if you're exposing yourself to anything like crazy. Like, no. You're fine. So maybe by now, after all of what I just said, you've now decided that you want to go ahead and go through with laser hair removal. I do have 6 very important tips, you know, moving forward as far as just what to expect and things that you really, really will want to do. So the first being avoiding going to your sessions if you are on your period or you are about to be on your period. This is just a major no-no, and if you've done any research on laser hair removal at all, you probably will have seen this. You are just hypersensitive when you are on your cycle. I think we all know this by now, so obviously for something like this, you do not want to go when you are on your period or about to be on your period. So the whole reason I'm even bringing this up is because I unfortunately started my period the morning of my first treatment. Now I'm very regular. I have no real way of tracking my period. And I'm sorry if this is TMI, guys, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely started my period on the morning of my first session, and it was a complete nightmare. Yeah, complete and total nightmare. So if you can avoid it, please, 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 please try your best to not schedule any session when you are going to be on your period or you're about to be. Okay, so my second tip is getting as close of a shave as humanly possible. Honestly, this should be tip number 1. This just makes all the difference in the pain. Again, this pain is not super unbearable, but you can reduce your pain so much if you get a very, very close shave. It'll just be the smoothest session ever if you can just get rid of all traces of hair. Now, unfortunately, you can't do anything else other than shave, so you can't use any hair removal creams, you cannot do any tweezing, you cannot do any waxing, nothing that pulls the hair right out of the root, because the whole point of laser is it zaps the hair follicle. So you want to be able to have a follicle to zap, so you really just need to get like a really, really close shave. This is very important for the bikini area because, girl, ooh, I cannot stress it enough. Like the bikini area, it's pretty rough. So you just want to take that extra time to get as close of a shave as humanly possible. Now, once you are all shaved and everything, the day of your session, you want to make sure that you don't have anything on your body. So that means like no lotion, no fragrance, no like deodorant if you're getting an underarm treatment. Whatever's being treated, nothing needs to be on your skin. Like you're just gonna have to be ashy for your session, but it's okay. It'll be worth it. You just don't want anything to interfere with the laser doing its thing because, you know, anything that we're putting on our bodies is not really, you know, penetrating our skin, right? It's just laying on top of the skin. So you don't want to create any type of barrier that the laser will have any difficulty getting through. So skip the body lotion and all of that before your session. So that was 3 of the 6 tips to prepare for your laser hair removal session. Now I'm going to be talking about things to do after your laser hair removal session. So you finished up your first session, you get home. If you are going to shower, now this is for the people who take showers with water that clearly come from the fiery pits of hell. You know who you are. I do not understand people who take such hot showers, but if you are one of those people, just skip it. Just trust me, you do not want to take a hot shower the day that you get a laser hair removal treatment done. It will literally feel like you're on fire. Trust me. Now, I don't even take that hot of showers, and even I was taken aback. First time I tried to take a little shower, I was like, whoa, like you're gonna look crazy in the shower if you try to take your normal hot shower. Your skin is just really, really sensitive. You are hypersensitive. I mean, you just got laser done, so wherever you get it done, you're just sensitive. You were zapped over and over with high heat. It's laser heat, you know what I mean? So it makes sense that a hot shower is just like going to irritate your body all over again. So just skip the hot shower, you'll be okay. Just try doing like a lukewarm kind of situation or just wait until the next day, you know? Just trust me, you don't want to take a hot shower after a session. And the next tip is, again, in regards to like showering or bathing, you want to skip out on any exfoliating or using any acids on the skin. Just skip those for at least 48 hours. Again, you're very sensitive, and if this is just in your routine, just give it a little bit of a break. Your skin is just recovering, so you don't want to aggravate the skin. Not that anything like scary is gonna happen, your skin's not gonna fall off or anything, but it's just not gonna be a nice feeling. Like you don't wanna do it, trust me. And last but not least, using SPF. Now, I'm bad about this, just in general. I have gotten so much better, but you're gonna wanna make sure that you are on your SPF A game. Use SPF. You are exposing yourself to laser, literal laser. So you just wanna make sure that you give your skin skin as much protection as possible. Again, your skin's not gonna fall off, like nothing crazy is gonna happen, but you just wanna make sure that your skin is nice and protected. Whatever area you're being treated, just take the extra steps to, you know, protect your skin. So now, of course, I'm sure you wanna see results, like a little before and after moment. And I do have footage of what my hair looks like before, so I will go ahead and insert that now. So this is currently what my arm looks like. So this is the first day of my laser hair removal. I'm very hairy, but my arms is a really good indicator for like just pretty much how well this is gonna work, because I am very, very hairy. So my underarms hasn't really been like a major problem for me at all, but this is gonna be lasered as well. So this is what my underarms are looking like. I haven't shaved in about like a week, maybe, and some change or something like that. So not too bad, but you know, it's always nice to not have to deal with your underarms. This is my thighs, and this is also after kind of like 2 weeks without shaving them. So yeah, and it definitely gets a lot worse, guys. Like, especially on my legs too. My legs aren't looking too bad right now, but everything is just a lot worse. But yeah, I'm pretty hairy. It's really annoying. All right, so this is definitely one of my more embarrassing areas that I grow so much hair. This one I let grow like completely out. This is my happy trail, and yeah, I just struggle with like ingrown, scarring, just the works in this area. So I'm also really excited to just totally get rid of this. And now for the after, the actual results. This is what my hair, or lack thereof, looks like now. So this is what my arm looks like now, and this is with the hair fully grown out. So I actually haven't shaved since my vlog, my last laser hair removal appointment, which was like early November, and we're like days away from Christmas right now. So it's been over a month, and this is the most my arm hair will ever grow. So here are my underarms, and as you can see, it looks so much better just because, I mean, I literally had like strawberry skin under my arms, and my underarms weren't a concern of mine at all, but they definitely did the best with this treatment. So it takes nothing for me to shave my underarms now, like literally less than a minute. So yeah, that's what they look like now. As you can see, my thighs are very sparse as well, so this is the most my hair will grow on my thighs now. So I still have like a few problems with like discoloration and a little bit of strawberry skin on my thighs, but definitely not what it once was. It looks so much better, and again, this is super easy, doesn't take me long to shave the little areas that do grow. And now for my legs. So there's a lot of sparse areas again as well. Like some areas are just totally smooth and just don't grow hair at all anymore. So you guys can see like little hairs still growing back kind of like normal, but I mean, this is after over a month of not shaving. Alright, and last is my happy trail. This is what it looks like now, and as you can see, it looks a million times better. So still a little bit of scarring, but I mean, the improvement is insane. And again, this is without shaving. It's been over a month, and this is the most it'll ever grow again. It's actually crazy looking at the footage before I got the laser done, because the laser has truly just taken care of not even just the hair, but the discoloration, the ingrowns, the way the hair grows. Like, it's so crazy how much everything has changed. And I don't want to be dramatic when I say this, but this truly has changed my life. I mean, imagine going from shaving almost every week to shaving maybe twice a month. Just just imagine. This is hands down one of the best investments I think you could ever make as far as just like personal care goes. I mean, forget Brazilian waxes, forget, you know, like threading or whatever else we do constantly to get rid of hair. This is just a sure way to reduce the hair. And that is something that I do want to mention. Laser hair removal is permanent hair reduction. It is not permanent hair removal. So, you know, there is a chance that some hairs will grow back, but it'll never be the same. Like your hair is never gonna grow back the same. Maybe in some areas it might, but for the most part, when you're consistent with this, your hair is never gonna grow back the same. So it's super worth it. The only thing that is permanent is electrolysis, as I mentioned earlier. And if you want more information on that, I am happy to give it to you, but that is literal permanent hair removal. And I did get that only on my face, which I highly recommend. Like if you can do that in conjunction with laser hair removal, highly recommend it. And you know what? With Christmas being right around the corner, this is like an amazing gift to ask for. Like family members can come together and just get you a package of laser hair removal. That's a smart gift. I'm just saying. And that was pretty much everything. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other videos while you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. 13 areas. I got 13 areas done. Wow. Do I give you like Georgia Smith vibes? Alright, I think I'm done. Was that everything? I think that was everything. Yeah.